prep. And as per usual, we're going to go ahead and start this off by taking a peek at our economic calendar, what we have in front of us. Again, don't really care about a ton of it, but I do like to correlate it directly with the chart. Now, we have a lot of data, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, there might be a lot of video games being played and a lot of relaxing. So I'm again going to let price dictate what I do. I want simple, clean, empty space setups, and I want them to coincide with the potential news that we have. So we have 3 days of what could be potential chop with FOMC members from Bowman, Kashkari, everybody, every fucking FOMC member on earth is speaking. And so I think with that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right, we have FOMC meeting minutes, which is a recap of last week. And then Thursday is really where big data. Thursday and Friday are going to be the 2 days where I think we can make some nice bread based on the economic calendar. Now, earnings whisper, one of my favorites here. We've got, if you guys can't see it, I love playing as AZZ right there. That's my favorite. But other than that, right, we don't. I'm just kidding. We don't play. But right now we have, Pepsi, Delta, Tilray, Domino's. Not a very exciting week. Friday we do kick off some of the banks with Wells Fargo, J.P. Morgan Chase coming in on Friday. So really everything is on Friday this week. This could be a week where you guys don't have to stress out. We don't have to over hyper analyze. Again, we're going to price will be the reason why we take a certain trade. And so with that being said, I do have a couple of stocks on my radar. MU is going to be, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is where, and I've explained this multiple times, that's where I'm going to, I got to make at least 150K in this space. That's what I'm prepping for mentally. There is some lower time frame setups such as MU underneath $99. There is some empty space under here. There is a retest of 91 potentially there. Now this would complete, the 1 2 1 2, which maxes out this box. Let's go Tesla open space to the upside. Could you check out the symbol IR and tell me what I think? Yeah, I will be taking a request here in just a second if you guys don't mind tapping your screen. In the meantime, that would make me, I actually can feel I have a vest on, so I can feel all of your likes. So good. Okay. Now the Qs, again, major ETFs are pretty pent up. Last week we made a pretty good prediction that we were going to stay in that range. We opened up basically at the wall and didn't really move an inch, just stayed in that range. And so with that being said, right, there is not any guarantee for new highs. Obviously a gap up over the weekend would be preferred. That way we can drive into that 491.50.67, trying to go for new highs. Otherwise, right, this is something that can be, we can clearly identify our floor of 478. And if that is lost, I am looking at the Qs to potentially leg down. Mara is another one that I am keeping an eye on. This one could just be a retest of that very same sell level, but above 1665. I do want to try and take Mara a little bit further. But again, if this actually ends up reversing, then we are heading back down to 1347. So any courses for beginners to start? Yes, that's going to be on my website. That is the Potterbox Workshop, and I stand behind that. Many people inside of my, if not everybody, that is the way to go. If you are trying to learn from the start, no bullshit, straightforward, 3 classes, time in the Discord, time to ask me questions, then you go to simplestacksinvestments.com and you can sign up there. This is being recorded, yes. Have you looked into Neon at all? It hurts my eyes when I do, but I mean, if you need me to, I could give it another shot. Hold on, let me share this link with do you have a PO box? Here. Yeah, share the link if you guys can. Let me go ahead and paste this in both of the Discords. And we'll take some time to answer questions today, guys, as well. All right. Yes, this is being recorded. Okay. Now, if you guys don't mind, if you will go ahead and start dropping your requests. I was gone most of last week getting rammed by Helene. Awful electric back shots there, but we are looking for that empty space. So if you guys have anything you want me to take a look at, I'd be happy to do so. If you want me to let you know whether I would take that, well, I'll probably tell you without you even asking. So, all right. So I would venture to guess, looking at this setup, right off the rip. Hold on one second. Where's that YouTube? There it is. Got to turn it down a little bit. Okay. So if you guys are familiar with TTI, he's a good friend of mine, really good swing trader, if not the best I've ever seen in my life. This would probably be something that would definitely interest him. This is an area of consolidation that has been punched over. When I look at this chart, I do see new highs. Even if it's just out to that 102, but 105. I don't give all-time high targets because there's typically nothing other than speculative tools such as like our channel here, and that channel says that it's 105. So trapping in Japan, yeah, we should put trapping in Japan on. It's not a bad idea, bucko. Hold on one second. Where is trapping in Japan? There we go. This is the infamous dancing lady video. All right. Yeah, we can take a look at crowd. All right. You guys can see okay, right? Everybody see the screen? Good. All right, cool. All right, so I see crowd. Now, this is one that piques my interest in terms of empty space, right? We do have, it's definitely something that I'm patient, y'all. I'll wait because when I wait, I make biggity bags, man. And so with that being said, I think for me, it's really as simple as being open above 302, right? We'll go down here to the 4 hour. We don't have a box here. We just have a rejection. So it's more than likely some sort of stronger price action that would drive us up there. But at the end of the day, that's it. That's what has to be recovered. That's 302.50. 302.50, straightforward 322.50 price target. Secondary price target would be 338. All right, moving on. We have KHC. I would take that. I just want it to be perfect. There's money in there. I don't know what the contracts look like, and that's obviously a pretty important variable. All right, Kraft Heinz. Now, this one has obviously been a long time since I've looked at it. So at the highs, coming down, right? Just looking. So we have some pretty heavy confluence here. 3 taps here off the bottom of that channel. Love the touches, right? So we'll go ahead and settle on that. Secondary, right? We have a box that looks just like that. So where are we? At the floor. Now, again, the most recent price action is where we can see if a recovery is actually going to happen. And as you can see here to your left, that's 34.50. You have grabbed onto it. So being really specific, right? We're going to go to the 4 hour here. And as I guessed, or as you probably guessed as well, there's some empty space up there. So I'd be looking for a $35 reclaim. And if you're going to go any higher inside of this area, it would be over 35.50. All right, cool. If you guys don't mind tapping your screen, I appreciate you guys a lot. All 130 of you guys, appreciate you. We're trying to rebuild here. I'm not going to say any bad words. I'm going to try. Ooh, you know what I'm missing right now? Are you taking this? Taking what? Be specific. Oh, Jesus Christ, homeboy Scotty. You can't just say that shit. We're on the internet. What's up, Ivy? Hope you're having a kick-ass weekend, shouty. Don't sue me. All right, so would I? No, I am not taking this, homeboy. So right now, I will. This is the watch list. This is the pin that I broke off that I'm going to write the watch list with. I could get a nicer pin. They're just out of my reach. I literally can't reach them. If I reach them, I'm going to crash my camera. So, yeah, if I see something, listen, I want to, maybe I'm lazy now and the money's making me lazy, but if it does not, folks, do you see this? It's every setup that we've taken, right? Do you see this? Right? Maybe a little bit more clear on the 4 hour. What's this? Oh, they're right there. I just can't. Are you watching me? Oh my God. Thank you for the support. Send me some money, Peyton. Send me a universe. I'll show you my. I just sent. Well, technically, you got a damn house on your hand there, Shouty. What's he talking about? All right. So same thing, right? I want that exact same setup. Box, empty space, right? And we completed that trade really easy. Same thing down here, right? Box, empty space over here to my left. So it's just that simple. I want it to look like that. Yeah, Peyton is lurking. All right, keep dropping those requests, please. CHSN. My brother in Christ. The only thing that's going to help here is prayers, I believe. Maybe a strong faith in God. But I cannot, and I'm not going to try to pretend to help you here. There's nothing here structural. It's all up and down. It's just a big financial wiener, a hot dog, big hot dog. All right, sorry. You hear Bluey? Oh God, yeah. All right, AMD actually. We'll do AMD. That one was up there. So 24-hour time frame. Now I believe in a thing called love. I have a $175 price target. That's really, really awesome. 175.35 price target is where I would like to see price move to, and that is completing the empty space theory, right? Now the only variable here in that empty space, right, is that we are right around just above that 50% mark. So a retest of 170 would be all right. Lower time frame, again, this is how you prep for the unknown, I suppose. Jesus Christ. So do you see this right here? This structure, this is going to keep AMD from falling. That's 168.50. That's your bounce level. It's not a lot of volume holding you up at the moment, so have to keep ripping. Yeah, prayers for that one. PSTG, Emily Ann. What the hell is this? Pure Storage. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, you have successfully recovered a floor. That looks pretty good. Real quick. 24-hour, right? Okay. You know what, Emily? Not bad. Not bad. I will put this on the watch list. It's not, I don't know the contract price, so that will be like the second PSTG. And where's that? So empty space closes at 60. Got a shovel in my basement. Thank you guys for tapping the screen. I really do appreciate you. Okay, I got this one mapped out, folks. PSTG. Does it have to be hard? That's what she said. We want a price open above $52. Okay. Emily, working through the VBS workshops. Let's go. Hey, Emily, really good job. Make sure you're giving yourself a pat on the back for being able to identify this. This is these type of setups, regardless. PSTG does not have a lot of volume, so that might be one of the variables. But as far as setups are concerned, great job. This is what you want to identify, and these setups are the ones that make us money. Yes, I am recording this. Yeah, not bad. I like that a lot. All right, moving on. Datadog. Okay. Now it's been a long time since I played this motherfucker. All right, here. I don't really like that. I don't like when I have to do that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and yeah, so you came down. Sometimes I have to go back and actually map out what happened, right? Where's the floor? So floor there. Okay. So bounce off of retest here, pull yourself back up, right? Clearly sellers have a wall there. So on the weekly time frame, as far as I'm seeing, right, it there does not look like there's much to stop you. So let's go to the 24. Now the 24-hour is a little bit more rugged, and this would be my final or my first price target based on the open that we have currently. That's 126.08, and a cost basis to drive you further at 130.50. The most beautiful thing about this strategy, guys, is you are going to see that psychological numbers like this get hit consistently. So with your price target, where is your entry? On what? What stock is this? That's Datadog. It's not my favorite, but it does have potential. I think it will most likely go and hit that. So 130 looks pretty fire. Coin. So this one is a bit like Mara, right? And we talked about coin going up in this empty space. It did its job, right? That most of that empty space has been fulfilled. And so now, right, as we kind of move down here, we're going to delete all this. Let's see. 4-hour. Okay, so from what I can tell, on the 4-hour here, you are sitting on cost basis. That cost basis would drive you down to fill a gap at 147. So that is currently under 162.50. To the upside, and this is what you can do, right, is how do we know whether something's going to fall the fuck back down? Look at this box, right? Cost basis 165.85. Lost, you will break that. Above you, right, there's not a lot. There is, however, a gap. There's not a box, there's not structure, it's just a line, right? Just a price that you hit and you reverse off of. So looking at that, my two price targets here from where you're currently at is 178 and that 191. Obviously with the cooperation of Bitcoin. Snow, I really do appreciate you guys tapping your screen. Thank you. Oh no, we can't do this. It says so many bad words. Now, I do want to focus here on the higher time frame, right? Because this is on the 4-hour. Or excuse me. Yeah, that was on the 4-hour. I like Snow. What's up, Stinky Pinky? It's a little odd name, but I love it. Right. Okay, so I was about to overcomplicate this shit. This is my fucking price target. I think that Snow, if this play works out, it's gonna happen very quickly. There's nothing but empty space up in here and a flat 132 target. So with Friday's close, right? Does it confirm that we are going up? It definitely helps, but we are not outside of 115.85, right? So I'm writing this down. This is worth potentially. I'm writing down contracts. So Snow is definitely on my radar. I already tried it once. I got burned. No cap in my rap. That one did not work out. Luckily, I had a great week with all the other things that we traded, and couldn't care less. Again, low risk, high reward. That's the beautiful thing here. Shut up. So with Snow, I'd like to see a line drive to 132, and all the way there, dude. Let's go. All right. Anyway, moving on. To be a little bit more specific here, because I know that you guys, a lot of you are newer, and you're like, okay, well, where the fuck are you getting in, dude? Peep this. The chart always has the fucking answers. Above 117.50, and your last chance to get snow, for me, my last chance, would be here at 119.80. All right. Go ahead. Everybody drop whatever it is that you've traded this week. Just drop comments. Do you worry about momentum on swing? Do you have to worry about momentum on swings? I need a stock to. I need to know that a stock has momentum, but not every trade requires that. Some it's just mechanical, brother. It's all mechanical. So PLL. I'm trying to get to everybody, guys, but I'm not going to half-ass analysis for nothing. Now this one, that's a long cooker. That's a slow roast, right? You are at the floor. You are recovering said floor. You closed at it at 115. I like this, lithium. Now, this one, if I write it down, has to be acknowledged as something that is probably going to last a couple of months, right? What our $14 is the weekly price target nearest to us. We do have a intermediate wall at the 25% of the box, which again, low volume stocks will don't even worry about that, but 1275. So right now we need to be above 1275, and I think from there, I actually don't mind this setup at all. 24 hour, it's really a weekly setup. And let's see, where did you come? So you went and you filled the gap, hit your structure. I like it. I actually really do like it. I'm gonna fucking, I like that a lot. We're watching. So this is the current. I have fucking terrible handwriting, by the way. So judge me if you want. Look at those dollar signs, though. Like, what was I thinking? First one, little stroke. Second one, almost. Third one, back to third grade. Crazy. All right. All right. So Bank of America bundled up on the weekly in a box on the weekly, right? We don't need to overcomplicate things. Here you are, right? So outside of $41 and below 38, that's your cage, right? 24-hour says the exact same thing, but doesn't give you any structure above. The only thing you have is a top and the bottom of this green candle here to your left at $42. So $41.95 if you're being stickler. $41.95 and $44.33. All right. Could be a downside play, could be an upside play. You literally have two clear price targets, right? And you're just in a box, so you just need to wait, right? 24-hour candle close below 38.50. This is again going to be recovered. If you guys want to, or recorded, excuse me, so you guys can watch this back. We are the momentum. There. Etsy. That's not the right ticker name. All right, now this one, curious little fucker. Excuse my language. But it is kind of an interesting setup right now. You are coming off of the floor at 50.71. By the way, I did want to mention, if anybody wants to come up, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit my, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but at some point, if anybody has questions on the workshop or anything like that, or setup or whatever, you could request to hop on here. I don't know if it's an option. Anyway, I think the long and short of this is Etsy a pretty decent setup? Yes. I mean, it's in a box. You move to the weekly and it's like, okay, this thing is definitely super structured. So it's not like we have that empty space that we typically like to see. On the weekly, however, it also looks not great. So I think the gap gets filled on Etsy at $59.41 if this bounce holds up, which I see it happening, and I see a run to 55 pretty easy. So my price target right now on Etsy is 55.75, and if that's above that, I say you fill your gap and tap basically 60 bucks. So Move this shit out of my way. All right. Yeah, no problem. What happened to your other TikTok account? Ooh, I got pickled. No longer in existence there. Speak Spanish. I'm having trouble understanding you. Mark, what gave you the impression that I could speak Spanish, dude? I'm hardly. Am I eating green olives? They're like just regular. Like they're not green olives, but they're like almost fresh, dude. It's fucking delicious. Mm, 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 mm. I live my life eating charcuterie board ingredients. That's basically what I eat all day. I'll take a bite out of a wheel of brie cheese, dude. No cap. All right, Pinterest points. Now that is juicy. Okay. All right. Let's fuck. All right, we're writing it down. Jesus, write your S as normal. You fucking idiot. P-I. Okay, that's an L. In. Pins. All right. Pins. So what's the deal here? Weekly floor recovered. As you can see, that served as a rejection point. You did close on top of it. 24-hour time frame. Why does that look like it wants news? Okay, so let's simplify this chart. That's where you came from, right? Potential channel. We're going to keep our eye on that. But above 3480. And really, I mean, if you're looking at Pinterest, it's already boxed itself up and it's holding itself above. If this is able to break itself, or again, setups like this, typically it's like a news thing, but your target would be 3650 and 4050. Now, looking at this, I would say, it's probably not something that's going to happen insanely quick, or excuse me, it's probably not something that's going to happen like as a grind. I think it will happen really quick. So it'd be better to be in a low risk, high reward, longer expiration. So I'd say like at least 3 weeks in order to kind of make sure we can capture that. So I morally cannot long pins. That's all right, bud. Agugate in. Yes, ma'am. That is Spanish. All right, EFX. Ugh. Yucky. Okay, so you did break a new high. You built a box. You were unable to hold said box. This is the weekly. Again, the strategy works on the weekly every single time frame. So I'm looking at a straightforward potential retest of 275.95. Roger, every time I drink orange juice, I just taste like a hint of vodka. I just drank too many screwdrivers or something in the past. I mean, Q Dog, I did PLL. It looks great. It's on the watch list. This is currently the watch list right now that we're building. Pins option spread is ridiculous. All right, well we'll look into that. All right, moving on. Sabre, Sabre, pay in. I'm charting Sabre right now. I'm charting Sabre or Sabre. Sabre. Dunder Mifflin is a part of Sabre. You know. I hate when people say that. It drives me nuts. I did snow. Dunder Mifflin is a part of Sabre. Sabre. I mean, I don't see like there's some potential in this chart. Even the channel is a little convoluted here. Personally, you know, a couple of highlights, I guess, is you have recovered a floor, but you're struggling to get over this cost basis at 387. If that's possible, then I could see a potential run over 450. And I guess I'd just be aiming for 563 and then that empty space up to 675. But this is just, I wouldn't, it's funny, but yeah, I don't know if this is not one for me. All right, Tesla. Don't ask again. Tesla, 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 Tesla. Tell Astro to get on here, dude. Jesus Christ. That's wild. Yeah, I can't get a grip on that stock. Marcelo, can I ask you a question though? Why do you want to? Why do you what who or what is requiring that you get a grip on that one? You don't have to trade my. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't, dude. Never. I don't fuck with that stock. I don't fuck with Microsoft. You might catch me trading it once a year. I don't think I've traded it once this year at all. Not even thought about it. Okay, so Tesla. Let's go over a few basics here because honestly, this isn't not. Can I explain what I meant? Yeah, so I can actually, KD, if you don't, if you have a second here, not to expose you. So this is what you sent me, right? And you asked, just curious if you think this is a punch down was a good setup or not. I took it and ended up with a loss. Um, so with a punch down, right? Something on this lower time frame. In fact, not something, but it looks like this $15 floor. You can see the wick here, green candle there, right? That's what ended up bouncing, right? So was it a bad punch down? It was a punch down. Was it a bad trade? I don't know because I don't know where you took it. If you took it as it dipped into the top, yes, I would say that's a pretty fucking good trade and I would take it myself aiming for the floor. This one just didn't work out. So with that being said, you left empty space. You've retested that same resistance, so it might be that it still does come back down. So anyway, hopefully that helps, man. Does that make sense though? Cool. All right, keeping it moving, guys. This is being recorded. If you guys don't mind tapping the ever living dog out of your screen, I appreciate it. If you haven't left a comment on any of the videos that I have posted, that would also be really cool. Again, we're in the restoration stage, and it's obviously on the audience. So, all right, 265.67 is the wall that we are struggling. 1, 2, 3. I mean, we are struggling to get back on top of it. So when it gets above that, and basically outside of 270, talk to me. We can talk about Tesla. Because I mean, as far as having that bucket, right, doesn't look bad. One could even come to the conclusion that it has a inverse head and shoulders, right? Now, again, I'm not a pattern head. You're not going to catch me freaking out over patterns, but it is one that I do typically recognize. That being said, there's also a channel here that I think is pretty easy to see. Draw back right there. So with that, with the channel, with the box, if you come back down, honestly, I don't think that would be the worst thing ever to come back down and retest 228 and then curl yourself back up for that third tap. Yeah, I visit Tesla every day because I'm addicted to her. I'm addicted to the money, y'all, so I don't give a shit what I trade. I don't care if Elon and Tesla go to fucking 2 cents, dude. I'll short it all the way down. These companies don't care about us. All right, BA. This one definitely doesn't. Shit, they'll take me out. Sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I only do positive analysis on BA for a reason. You never know when the CEO will choose you. Now that's fucky. That's fucky. God damn it. Okay, so let's go left. This is something not a lot of people do enough of. So we're looking left at the most recent price action at 147. So let's look. Oh, it almost looks like it's perfect. So you bounce off of structure, right? That's where you're coming from. How did you fall? You fell like you were having a seizure. So it is absolutely necessary that seller or buyers keep their foot on the gas pedal with Friday's bounce back up into that volume. I think that you would see a strong move, and I'll set an alert over 157. Now, this box is entirely too big. It's going to look like that. Cost basis is 160.75. If you get a punch back there, there is a little bit of empty space and a move to 170. But I personally, that one's you got to be on the money with that shit because it's sideways, 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 sideways. Big fat move, sideways, 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 sideways. Big move, sideways, sideways, sideways. Big move, sideways, 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 sideways. Ugh. Why not wait till cost base? But I mean, I'm just doing analysis on it, man. It doesn't mean I'm going to take it. But yes, I would say that, as long as you can set a stop loss on something structural, if you take it above 157, that would be fine. But yeah, I'm typically one to wait for cost basis. But I think I did VST, brother. No, I didn't. But I can tell you this right now, man. I am no help. I'll always be honest with you guys about my weaknesses, which honestly, this is TTI's strength, but I don't even know if he would sign off on this. It's gone. It's ripped. It's done its job. I don't have a channel on it. I don't have any structure. The only thing that I can provide is something down, right? So that's all I have for you. It is, and I wouldn't personally. Yeah, I think I had a channel here, and you're right at that projected channel. But again, unless you're looking to short it, but I wouldn't short this shit either. So anything under cost basis or in the box isn't a real trigger. If you go through cost basis, that's a trigger. Up, down, all around, doesn't matter. Thank you guys for tapping your screen. You guys are awesome. I really do appreciate you. All right. Boss. Oh, Oscar, sorry. Okay, I talked about this one previously with the multiple rejections coming off the top, and as you can see, I have the bottom, right? It is sitting on that floor. After dipping, it has dipped. It's holding itself up, right? So what we can do is give that the structure it deserves. So your floor is 878.88. Any 24-hour candle opening below that, and you would definitely be looking at a downside move. You need, cost basis isn't going to be the trigger, but it would be preferred to move above that 898 and go ahead and tap for the fourth time. Fifth time if you're counting, 920. So Jude, yeah, send it to me. Send it to me. And to answer your question too, I forgot what your name was. If you, I'm just going to be doing this for probably the indefinite future. If you've gotten the Potterbox Workshop or yearly, or yeah, whatever, I'll discount lifetime or yearly for you if you've taken the time to actually do the work. Because there's too many people that I'm having to refuse lifetime and yearly because it's like they're not even. I mean, they're going to get the workshop regardless, but they're just interested in signals because they see we make big gains. But regardless, it could be so easy for me to just make money that way. But yeah, I don't want to do that. But send that thing over. And DM me when I get done, man. And I'll get you a code. So, all right. So most Chinese stocks have hit a small wall. Not a big one, but there is a little gap here. I don't think you have not filled it. It goes to 118. I think Baba still is just building to go and finally tap 120. Now it left a fuck ton of empty space down below it. So if you look at the 24-hour, right, and again, these stocks typically only move overnight. You could probably guess why, right? Why would Chinese stocks move overnight? Because it's on the other side of the fucking world. So most of the price action that happens on BABA is just following. But you are up at the top. You did reject 117.63, so I can give you some definitive statements, right? For me, above 117.80 candle open, BABA obviously goes higher. Otherwise, you are in this range, and I would not be opposed to having sideways action just a little bit longer. But unfortunately, with these stocks, most of the movement's going to be happening overnight. So you're either in it, and with Chinese stocks, I'm not chasing it either. There is what I see or am I perceiving as a channel, and again, you have not broken that either. So BABA under 109 or 110, excuse me, could see some downside. But again, when you're in a box, I typically don't. I wouldn't be bearish or bullish until one or the other. And the price target's so close that I'm not really interested in it until it gets above 121. Would you have an edge if you had access to the Chinese stock market? I mean, I can see Chinese stocks, but no. I mean, maybe. I've never, but I just personally don't waste my time. This me personally. I mean, you could inquire. I mean, I'm not telling you to not. I'm long on this one. There's really nothing to say, which I know is probably disappointing, but we're just trying to see this stock stay above 67. And continue moving through this empty space. And that's really it. The only variable here that I've seen is that. But channels are meant to be broken. So yeah, that's honestly with LW, I'm just holding on. You're in empty space, so okay. So I remember giving analysis on this one, and I gave a 988 price target, and as a place to go and close above. You did punch through this, and you are retesting it now. What have you left above you? A floor, and that's what you retested on Friday. So looking at it this way, right, it would be right around 850 that you could see Lunar climb back up. 4-hour time frame shows a channel, and I'm sure this is where most people get their bear flag ideas from, or bull flag or whatever. But me personally, I don't think this would really be an option until $9 is broken. So, series stock. Take a look at it. Now I could see this forming already. To be honest with you, I could see this one coming back down. It is in a box, right? So we're not going to make predictions until we see price move. But 2450 is currently your nearest tension break, if you will, which would allow you to go and retest 2550, which ultimately would be a candle open that would lead me to believe that you're going up. But looking at this right here, under 2304, you left a shit ton of empty space. That looks like, if I'm looking at this, honestly, it's down back down here. Yeah, that risk to reward wouldn't be bad. Dude, all of those are fucking good, dude. All right. So Sirius XM. I still see this one hitting 2050. Yeah. Um Friday's close was pretty damning. So, with that being said, if Siri opens under 2260, 2250, yes, downside. If you are looking for something that will bring it back up, it is definitely 2362. CDNS. Please PBSU. That's pretty wild, bro. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, guys. Damn. Give me one second, folks. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Hold on one second. What the fuck? All right. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Oh my god. Okay, I'll just do this in a little bit. Please PBS me. Yep, got it. All right, so CDNS. Honestly, I think this one might be coming back down. It's got empty space underneath it to 255.65 right here. You fell, retested, got shoved back down. So honestly, it looks like sellers are in control here. NCLH. Hold on one second, y'all. Got hot. Uh, okay, you do have empty space underneath you. Nice structure here, structure there, and looky you hit the shit. So right there, you've got cost basis. I also see a channel like so. So you are looking for a break over 2065 and 2130. And that should drive you into, if I'm not mistaken, you don't have empty space quite yet. So you have a basically cost basis. Yeah, so you're looking for a break over that and a punch into new highs. where NCLH has a small pocket of empty space right there, and I would be targeting 25.15. Apple, a mess, an absolute fucking mess. Here's some simple things that we can do. Last week's close wasn't entirely like, oh, we're fucked, but it did drive us back down underneath the price that we've been trying to break. That is 232.70, right? 232.50, whatever, right? You have hit that 3 times now on the weekly. Look how you're performing. You pulled back. So as of right now, you are quite literally pinned, right? Here's your downside trigger under 22.76 with a punch back down below 219.20. And then as we move down into the lower time frame, we are boxed out perfectly. So above 227.47, empty space, go for the third strike on Apple. Right? I even see a channel here as well. Pretty nice. So I you know what? Apple might give you the business. It doesn't look bad. But your price target would be 237 off the rip. All right. Keep it moving. NVIDIA, like some other stocks, again, failing to go and recover that floor. As you can see on the 24-hour, cost basis got hit here. Now the floor is being retested and you have yet to recover it. So it is imperative that we see basically a gap up above Friday's high at 125.25 or a close near this cost basis. I mean, honestly, I feel like I give too much analysis on things that just don't deserve it. Like, here's where I go long at 127.44. And then currently, I'm not seeing shorts until below 114.50. Right? So, but again, we've already made our money on NVIDIA. This thing, as far as my setups are concerned, we ate that fucking empty space up. It's gone now. The empty space to the downside is honestly a little bit more intriguing if obviously that 114 floor closes. We'll be seeing a trip down to 109. All right. What else are you guys watching? Go ahead and drop those requests. Oh, sorry, brother. That's fucking rough. So again, another stock in range with an overhead resistance at 91.37. You do have a little bit of empty space up to 96.18. Oh shit, hold on 1 second. I have to do a fucking puzzle to make sure I'm not a robot streaming or something. I don't know. If you guys are looking for pairs or USD or crypto, guys, regretfully, I'm going to send you somewhere else. While my strategy works really great on crypto, that's not where I make my money, and I'm not going to waste my time on that stuff at the moment. You guys are more than welcome to. My strategy in crypto is for a lot of people easy money. So I mean, personally, if you guys want to go to my YouTube, explore my strategy, absorb it, use it there, be my guest. Oh, Pastelito, dude, I'm not even gonna fucking acknowledge these people anymore, guys. We make too fucking much money, dude. He's at home in a fucking hot ass, fucking no air conditioning, dusty ass, stained mattress ass room. Trying to flame me, dude. You can't. You literally can't. You can't even. You can't. You just can't. You just can't. Daddy. All right. I don't really like this setup to TBH, but if I was to take it, it would be 91.35 to 97. Nah, we ain't wishing on nobody, guys. Let people outside of here, outside of our strategy. You know what? They'll fucking learn when I stop teaching, probably. You know, they'll want to know about this shit, and you know, that'll be up to you guys. But I personally, you either see that this works better than anything else out there, because I know a lot of people will be like, every strategy works. You just have to be, man, come on. Yeah. The statistics are also really, really important, dude. Most motherfuckers fail trying to trade I just saw this lady trying to defend trading on the 14 second. Blew my fucking mind. Couldn't believe it. Anyway, LSCC, Lattice Semiconductor Corporation, not bad. Like MU, where I would want it, there. That's where I would make my cash. But as of right now, it's 56.60. That floor right there, right? Can I get a Packers Ram final? Packers 21, Rams 13. I just made that up. I don't know. They probably have more points than that. Yeah, you need a floor recovery of 50. You're in a box, so it's not a bad setup. It's just a waiter. So hymns, not bad. Not bad. $21. 21. Can you do something for me? Above 19, 25. Okay. Charles Schwab. Oh my. Hey, Emily. Sheesh. That's 2 for 2. How? Okay, dude. I'm telling you guys, ladies are better at this shit. I gotta stop giving them so much info, dude, or I'll lose my job. That's crazy. Beautiful setup. Emily, absolutely fucking phenomenal. 2 pats on your back. All right, don't lean forward; you'll fall over. Crazy. Oh, and say, dude, this is perfect. It's fucking perfect. Look at it. Oh my god, and it's even got it. It even shows you it's 50% mark, dude. I'm gonna twerk. I'm gonna twerk right now, dude. I'm gonna twerk. Here, clap. All right. Anyway, over 67 set, 65, 75. Alert set. This one's on the watchy, baby. Alert set at 66.38. Oh shit. Damn. I just followed somebody. My bad. And now it won't let me unfollow you, so I guess I followed you. Sorry about that. All right. Fucking just wait. Just wait. 65.71 and 66.50 up to $70 and runners to 72. What happened to my Discord? My Discord's right here, baby. Still lit, dude. I was just showing somebody in IRL the gains from our fucking Discord, dude. It's just regular on a regular basis 250%. Like we don't even post anything at 100% anymore. 182%. Look at this shit. Look at the percentages, bro. And it's like, oh, well, that's a fluke. No, bitch, go look more. 531, 163. That guy made us a lot. 157. 718%. I'm sorry, I'm just flexing right now. Give me a sec. 100%. 384%, 683%, 169%, 212, 1,000. Oh wait, yeah, 1,500%. Fucking ridiculous. Look at this shit. And my workshop is $500, and it comes with 4 months in the Discord. It's fucking wild. It's wild. Yeah, so that one's written down. This is the watch list as of right now. All right. Will Nova get back to 10? Yes. I believe it will. Doing it while you were out. Yeah. So I think that's probably what makes me the happiest is that I was gone. Just not to Sorry, but like I was gone. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, most of all of this, I was not here. That is the fucking beautiful thing is like people really are able to like do this on their own. It's I'm proud of it, man. So the question was, can Nova get back to $10? My guess is yes. I bought your Discord that got removed from your cord. What's your screen name on there? Yeah. Um, so yes, the answer to your question on Nova is I see. I mean, honestly, I might I might have to put this one on the watch list. I'll write it in like dashes so it's not as serious, but I actually really like it because it's straightforward. You need to break back outside of 830 and go and retest 980. Flat butt, big belly. 90s baby saying screen. That's damn, that's crazy. You got me on that one. What would it call your tag? I don't. What are these whippersnappers saying nowadays? I don't fucking know. So yeah. Anyway, I actually kind of I think it's pretty interesting. It's at cost base is a good place for it to bounce. Can I explain it? This setup using different words? um, so it is currently at the 50% mark of the box, which is where the volume is at, and typically not typically, but 9 times out of 10 will receive a bounce. So on Monday, I would be looking for a green candle to envelop and push up to 820. If that candle closes there at the end of the day, I would contemplate taking it for a swing trade back out. So that's what I mean by that. But yeah, oops. Jesus Christ, bro. Jesus. So this is, I mean, definitely has empty space up there, right? All the way to $14. Fuck. Is this about to get news or something like that? Let's see here. So the wall is basically at 640 or 650. So weekly candle looks good. I mean, if you look at the most recent price action, you close directly up against that. And so I'd be, yeah, I mean, 630 next week. If you're above that, I'd just be looking for progression. It's tough because when you rip hard like this, you have to keep ripping hard. You have to keep pressure on their necks. And so, yeah, I would say 715 is your next price target up there. So what do you got on the watch list right now? It looks like this, man. You can screenshot that if you'd like. Stop Coney. No way, that guy's name is Stop Coney 2012. Okay, so why does Snow have a question mark on it? Because it's not yet confirmed. I haven't looked at the contracts either. So, all right. So listen, this is a stock that, as of right now, and I already said this earlier, I gotta make at least 150, 130K right here. That's gotta be it for me, right? And I'm gonna fucking take this shit. And that doesn't happen until we're well above that 110.50. So as of right now, I'm waiting. But below us, we do have empty space down to 91. So under the 3 wicks at 98.80, yeah, there's downside move there. I did Sim Mug. This one's just in a range, sitting at the top of its box. So Honestly, it's just a wait until we get a close over that median, which is 2460. Done. So if this was me and I was in this trade, I would be celebrating, right? Because the empty space to our left has been filled up. 370. So if you are looking for continuation from this stock, it is not going to happen until you close on top of 371.85, which would be the price target from where it's at now. And then you can easily move down to the 4-hour and find your protection. So stay above 356.75. All right, we're almost through this live without any violations, dude. It could be ready if it punches through. So this is pretty simple, right? You had a box, you were trading in that range, you lost that range, and you have now come down to retest the cost basis underneath you, right? And that's right at 280.50, so break down below 280.50. But that being said, you left your floor untested, so I wouldn't be surprised if you saw a bounce and a retest of that floor. And honestly, it did leave a box on the floor. So if you were to punch back up above 298.36, you'll see a nice move to the upside there. Got hot in here, Pete. Ouch. Damn. Not bad. It's almost like it's trying to recover the channel that it lost. Listen, I'm not going to hate on this setup at all. I mean, I don't know if it's far fetched. I think, yeah, I don't think it's far fetched to think 94 is definitely possible here. Now, the only thing that you have is shitty price or structure from your left, and I'd be using that. Now, looking over here where we're at now, right? That's where we're at. You close up against the wall. So using 79.35 as a stop loss and moving up to 82.75. And yeah, I would be looking at 93.80. I did go over Etsy, man. I really don't know if I like that one as much, dude. I really don't know if that one's worth it. But I mean, honestly, if it might be a weekly trade or if it's got earnings or something. But yeah, it is recorded. I did post that one. All right, let's look at Google. Not bad. It's not like all empty space above us, but 169.35, and I would be shooting my shot for 178, which is the first green candle over here, and this box. It's not the honestly. I mean, I could really see this thing being that it's rejecting here. I could see it coming back down, right? And then we go and we move up here, but that's what I see at the moment. Not the greatest set. It is bundled up. It just needs to shoot over that mark. So AMD actually, this one still has the empty space. I still see this one on Monday going up to that 176, 73 area right here. So 176 and 182.50. Discord tap don't work. What do you mean Discord tap don't work? Yeah, I could see that one doing pretty well. Meta pullback. Oh, I put meat. Listen, brother, all-time highs. Can't help you. Not even gonna lie to you. You're at $600. $600. Watch it tap 600. I literally, if it's at all-time highs, guys, y'all use. I'm out. I either am already in and I'm letting it run, or I'm not getting in. So I hate to disappoint, but again, this is just what keeps me profitable. Whole numbers or fibs, something. Yeah. PCVX short. Yeah, that's gonna go down eventually. Yes. Now I'm gonna tell you this. It does these big pops and it will trace 50% and then it keeps climbing. So I mean, let's look at the weekly real quick. Yeah, that's gonna get filled up. I think so. Yeah, underneath 107.83 on the 24 are the weekly, but I could see that empty space getting filled to 87 for sure. You are currently fighting with the SPG cost basis, which is basically going to be right around 83.50. So if you're looking for a continuation there, 83.50. Yep. Not bad. Amazon does have empty space above it on the 4-hour time frame. I talked about this last week. You closed outside of that 186.47. You did get pulled back in a little bit. So I'd be looking for a lower time frame trade off of 187.60 up to 191. Are your entries entirely based off of candle closes, opens on the 24-hour? So yeah, I would say that a lot of what I decide, because my strategy basically says that any setup on the one with empty space, you know, a box punching through, it works the same way as on the weekly. But obviously one rewards more than the other. So I honestly feel lazy, not lazy, but like now I'm trading is just more relaxing and less stressful for me, which is obviously the goal. Because I just take most of my trades at the end of the day, looking at that 24-hour candle close and dictating whether or not it has, you know, the setup that I need from there. But yeah, it's not that simple. So, but yeah. All right, let's see. Neo. Neo does have more potential here, and this thing did everything that I thought it was going to do. The only thing that it did not do is go to $8. It kind of breezed by. So it still has empty space. It's bundled up, right? So as you move down to the 4-hour, you can see exactly where that floor is. Candle open below 667, red under on the 4-hour down, right? But you still have the 1, 2. So I still think that you're going to hit that third wave. All right, folks. Is anybody in this stream new? Never been here before? Or maybe like only been watching me for about a week or something like that? If that is you, make sure you guys go to my YouTube and check out all the educational content before you buy anything or anything like that. Don't just rush to the register trying to. I do recommend the workshop, but if you guys are new, make sure you guys check out my YouTube channel. That is where you're going to. Honestly, a lot of people are able to start making money just off of that. Just really quickly, I have my main Discord. right here, right? This is the Simple Stacks Investment Discord, but we also have the waiting room, right? And these are gains from people that are not even in my Discord yet, are not even like they maybe they've gotten the workshop. But, I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. Look at this. 3 months. That's long. That's 3 months, dude. He found me right around here. Since finding the Potter box, interested to see what the chart looks like when I reach a full 3 months of using it. That was a 19,000% PDD trade. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. Anyway, no, that I have a Potter Stocks waiting room. Emily, yeah, this does definitely have empty space, kind of like we like. And it is coming off of this big wick. Not a huge fan of this one. I mean, it's definitely leaving that empty space underneath you. Let's see, 24. Nothing green yet, so it's like we're not recovering anything. Okay. So honestly, all we have right now is about 249.18. So it's there, but it just kind of want to see it box up a little bit more, I guess. All right. So this is actually pretty simple, right? You are at the floor. That's $27 or yeah, $27 flat, and you have a little bit of empty space remaining above you. So on a candle open on that floor, that is your next price target, 28 flat. Pretty easy. Would you say you get better at trading as time goes on, or the same skills as 1 to 2 years ago? No, I get better. Always. I mean, yeah. Everybody's, that's the goal. Period. That's why it's always exciting to look into the future. Who knows what the fuck I'll be able to do with this shit now? I mean, we already have a crazy edge. Improving this thing would have probably, again, probably only improve things 20 billion fold. What's the move for tomorrow, guys? Tomorrow morning, if you guys are in the Discord, we're gonna open up. We'll look at the opens on these stocks on my watch list, and from there decide whether or not they're worth my trade. And I'll decide the contracts, the price target, and I will plan out taking it. So. I have done the video. First timer on TikTok. What's my thoughts on Tesla? That one is going to be posted on YouTube, but I will look at it just in just a second. Now this one, if we're patient, this one will also pay. Now, hopefully, not very quickly because that means there's some sort of virus out again. But regardless, you are free falling here. Oof, yeah, the weekly is not saying much, except for 56 or $57 is the nearest floor to where you are at, and you're basically your next price target. You better hope to God that you hold there. You better hope to God, because if not, you will have weekly empty space, and this thing will be in the 30s. How much is my Discord? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really don't want you guys buying my monthly. There's really no point. I'm about to get rid of it. There's and that's 120 bucks a month. But I don't really want to even do it anymore. There's no point. You either know my strategy and you're practicing it and you're good enough, and if you get the workshop, you get 4 months in my Discord and 3 of the workshop classes all in one. So that's 500, and that gives you 4 months, which is cheaper than the fucking monthly. Same thing with the yearly. So, but that's it, man. You know, if you're gonna get something, I would say get the workshop because it's just worth for you. So, can you look at M? This is like a yes or no to me. No, the workshop is access to my classes, all of my educational content, and the Discord for 4 months. 4 months. Sorry. All right, so let's take a look at Tesla really quickly. Now again, I'm not on here. We're just doing analysis. So, all right, really quickly, I said this earlier, so I say it again. I think there's a potential retest off of 228. I would like to hope so, because if we could get there and curl back up for the third time, 1, 2, and then 3, this has left behind a box to punch through. So again, if you're not familiar with my strategy, using the 24-hour time frame, I'm able to find these areas of consolidation. And when I split them in half, if they're broken, right? If you break the 24-hour 50% mark and close above it, you will make a new high. Your job is to find that high. So now, personally, right? When I look at the setup, it's just a wait, right? I'm not going to jump on this. I'm not taking it yet. Now, does it have or hold the quintessential empty space that we make thousands of percentages on multiple times? I mean, we just had 1,000% trades in 1 month. Oh, Roy, dude, pipe down, dude. You could never and will never ever excel on this level. You can't. None of this stuff is even available via Google. So while you might see recognized supports and resistance and all that other shit, you can't and will never be able to breathe in the same fucking space as what I do, man. Nobody. Honestly, I'm not even a cocky guy, but that you'll never be able to take this away from me, no matter what anybody says to me. Even haters, dude. I've had people who hate my guts try my strategy, and shit's different now. So it's a beautiful thing. But anyway, guys, honestly, I could fucking miss on Tesla right now because this shit does not have that setup. It just doesn't. That's fucking. You know what's even funnier is that guy's screen name is the Dawn of HOAs. I don't even know who Ross is, but yeah, coach is trash. Do you think we're heading into market consolidation soon? I can see that happening, yeah. Based on what the chart looks like all across the board, and we're going into election for sure. But at the end of the day, man, I don't like to make predictions like that at all. I personally don't like to make predictions. Everything is rooted off of price, not off of what my projections are. So, Roy, pipe down, buddy. Go back to your fucking shack. I really could. You're just not going to do anything here. What a lot of people do though is they'll be like that emotional response. They'll project the emotion they want you to feel to help them narrate their insults, and it's really fucking sad. Because he probably does that to his kids or his wife, if he has one, or people in his life. Nobody cares. You think you're superior, buddy. DG, Dollar General. That's not Dollar General. Dollar General. Now that one gets written down. This one gets written down. It's easy, and it's something that we need to wait on. So immediately, without even doing anything else, I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the watch list. Now, one thing that I can consistently see is that when Dollar General makes its move and stops, it goes sideways. We're seeing that in perfect narration now, right? So we go to the weekly, find that top, that's 87.75, bottom right here at 81.60. Hey Roy, you're interrupting us, dude, with your fucking idiotic spillage. I'm not really sure what you're trying to accomplish here, buddy. And I don't care if you think you were right. Just go away. I don't like you. I don't want you here. Nobody does. We don't like you. You're unloved here, dude. And you deserve love, bud. So go find love. It's not going to be here. Everybody deserves love, but not from me. There we go. So right here is what I think is a perfect example, right? Channel, we can lose the channel. We don't need the channel, but the channel gives us the structure that we're looking for. We can see there is a box. You did close on the floor of that box. So my next price target would be at 86.32 if we can continue climbing up back there. So moving up, right, $90. That would be the first price target there. So Roy, dude, are you still going? Best entertainment, so emotional. Do you see how he's continuing to like narrate that I'm emotional? I'm like this all the time, dude. This is just who I am. But you're being weird. Like this is just weird shit, dude. Awkward almost. You know, it's like you're swinging at the air inside of an empty room. Yeah. um, I appreciate you, dude. Okay, so let's see. Meta. No, I already did Meta. Affirm I have not done. And I fucking hate that stock. I fucking hate that stock. Oh, guys, hold on. I'm being emotional. I said a bad word. Roy must think fucking breathing is emotional. Fuck. Now, I'm not really a big fan of channel, relying solely on a channel, but I do see that cost basis has held on the weekly at 45.21. At the same time, your floor has not been lost at 38.26. So you are successfully holding your range. You left empty space on the 24-hour as well. Take a look at this, right? Candle bottom, wick off that bottom. So move down again, 4-hour. And now we can start to figure out how this trade's going to work out. So it looks like the most reasonable price target here, while has already been retested outside of 38.44 and a recovery of 40.40 right here, that would be my price target. Not something I would trade though. Oh, I love arguing with strangers. You don't think that I don't like arguing? You think I would cause all this problem if I don't like a good argument? My serotonin receptors are fucked, buddy. I like a little tissle tassel here, you know. Some may even refer to me as a master debater. You know, so be careful. I might master debate with you. All right. Thoughts on Swin? What the fuck is this, dude? What? This thing looks like it's about to get roasted. So let's look at what has happened here. Would I ever trade this? Probably not. But there's your floor. You refused that floor. What's underneath you? What did you break out of? The structure here. What have you just done? You fell back in it. What do you not want to do? That. Cost basis underneath you is 273. There's actually a gap down here at 243. So if you break down below 270, continuation to the downside, where I would be looking at a $2 target. There's also a channel here as well. Now, if this is something pharmaceutical or news, or I'm not really exactly sure what this is. maybe news can get you up onto that floor, but the catalyst doesn't happen for me until 364. So Twilio was on watch, but it made the move, and I honestly fucking dropped it. I thought I did that one. Yeah, I did this one. I think I might have moved away from it. I do like this one with the candle. I mean, where it closed is fine. I think we did do this. Yeah. Um, and then we have a channel right here, which is mostly pretty much all that we have to rely on at the moment, and that says 8226 as well. So, Chris Burns, you want me to do as? Let's tap that. All right. So, damn, it's been twerking since March of 2024. That's a year-long twerk. Jesus Christ. No way. That's, dude, it's only 144. Holy crap. Might have to go live again. Take a little break here in a second. I honestly, for a second, thought it was like 5 o'clock. Earnings on ass. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know if I want to bet on ass. I mean, honestly, if it has fucking earnings this week, does my strategy work on Forex? My strategy works on everything, man. I'm proud to say that it works on it. The markets are all mechanical. So, yes. Honestly, man, if yeah, I've had people leave options because they're just doing better on, not that options weren't working for them, um, but yeah, they moved to Forex, or they moved to crypto, or they moved to, futures or whatever. Yeah. So, all right. So let's keep drop some more requests here for me, guys, and we'll do one last big push here. There is some CPI news here this week. Okay, what do we got, guys? Y'all, did I already do this? I feel like I did, but I didn't. That one makes the watch list. That one makes the watch list. So if anybody wants to screenshot my watch list that I'm writing down, and you can go chart it for yourself and throw these in the chat. There it is. Screenshot it up. That is the watch list right now. Not all of these are going to be going this week, but some of these are going to be big plays. Will this strategy get me a girlfriend? I mean, theoretically, if you could get your life together after making some money here, maybe. I don't think those things could correlate directly with each other. But that's not financial advice, So don't sue me if you don't get a girl. What's up? Let's see your ring again. I'm not hungry, no. I've been eating olives and nuts. Like I'm out in the wilderness. It's pretty good. Yeah, yeah, look, my strategy does get girls. All right, explain. There you go, Rebecca. Also, you could buy her a big old ring. Yeah, that ring is pretty fire, dude. I'm jealous. Yeah, I designed that ring with my buddy, so proud of that one too. Hi, Coco. What are you doing? You want to get on stream? Huh? You want to get on the stream? Say hello. Say hello, Coco. Yes. Come here. Okay. Never mind. Somebody give Potter a huge diamond pink ring. Can I get one, please? What, babe? Yeah, I know. Now you get to make the next 1,000 bit trade and get you one just. Actually, I have a ring I'm thinking about picking out. It's like got a cross hit hatching on it, and I think I'm gonna put an emerald in it since it's my birthstone. I like green though. Green's one of my favorite colors. One of them. Yeah, I have to go and get sized up. I have to go up to Beaufort and get it done. But Allen Wood art, man. Allen Wood um, makes some jewelry. He's absolutely phenomenal. All right, everybody, drop a ticker. Make me thicker. We're getting banned. All right. Sorry, I just fucking moved on from AAP. I love this stock. It's on the watch list. I do think there is more room for sideways action, and I can definitely see there is a channel here. So my interest in AAP will be amplified above 42.25, where a box presents itself with cost basis. So over there, and then up to 48. This is going to be posted and are recorded and posted on YouTube. Yo, actually, that would be kind of cool to put a candlestick on my ring, but I ain't married to the game first. Married to Peyton first. Then the game. I gotta get a separate ring for that. That one needs some cooking. Okay, so I mean, I honestly would only see it this way. Above $13, you're gonna go and tap 14 again, and currently in this range and under 11.98. So honestly, stocks like this, it's just waiting. You're just waiting. I would also pay attention to the 50% mark, which is going to be 13.50. Thank you for the follow, Alex. By the way, if you guys haven't, go check out. If you're new here, go check out some of the videos that we have on TikTok. You guys will see. First of all, Marzel, one of our editors, he makes the clips for me. He just got started making that clips, and I mean, dude's fucking sick. But if you guys don't mind, drop a comment on one of these videos here. Go watch what we did on MU. It's absolutely blew my own mind. All right. What do we got next? You know what I do need to do though? Is I really need to start looking at the cover photos before I post them. Because that's kind of embarrassing. That's my kissy face. Ugh. Yeah, I really got to start picking those out. I look like an arrogant prick right there. Damn, I'm starting to really realize how we're talking. Oh wait, I can't say that word. Damn. That was anyway. A little light roast on me. All right. That shirt, bro. What shirt? What shirt? Ah, what's up, Travis? All right, so you got to be able to roast yourself, right? PDD. Now, Chinese stocks could be the death of me. I will say a lot of our members, and again, before I start fibbing, right? We've already traded this one. I wasn't able to catch that one. I caught a couple other Chinese stocks, but yeah, people caught PDD for. I think somebody posted a 19,000% gain somewhere in here. Yeah, 19,123%. So as far as PDD being, done, my interest in PDD, like a lot of other Chinese stocks, which are sitting right below their break levels, I need to see an open outside of 160. I mean, that's really simple. candle close, right? So we're not going off of just some random idea here. It is a candle open above that candle close, or not candle close, excuse me, candle open. That red candle open right there at 160. Other than that, right, we look at the weekly and we look left, and this is where we're going to go ahead and do this. So our price targets outside of that are going to be 167.50 and 190. So there's a lot of potential here. A lot of potential in these. Parallel channels only. Do you think it has a pullback? The tough thing is, man, is it's yes, and it will probably be during the day, but it will still gap up really hard. No, PDD is on. No, it's not on the watch list, guys. The reason that I took Li Auto, guys, is because it had empty space, right? I took it up to the price target that I meant to, and yes, I will. Li Auto looks good to me. Li Auto, I want Li Auto, and I can explain why, right? So let's look at PDD, okay? And let's look at where we're at. That was the money right there. This is what I teach consistently. That big movement there, that's the money. There's the base. Now, this is a dream come true as far as base take. I mean, that's as crazy as it gets. But you look at that, it's completed filling that empty space and not much remains. You look at Li Auto, and above 31.11, we're looking at a move to 36. Do I ever trade on the 1 minute mark? Very, very rarely, Tomasito. And the reason that I don't is because I have discovered through developing this strategy that higher time, if you find a setup that is almost perfect replica of something you find on the 1 minute, you'll get a 1 minute move out of that, right? So your job out of the Potter box, it breaks into that space on the 1 minute, right? You're going to get a short, close priced target. It's not going to be very far. But knowing that that same setup would work out the exact same way, right? So if this didn't say 24-hour and this was the 1 minute and we were building a box, I would take a trade outside of it into that empty space. But knowing that it's on the 1 minute and more than likely that price target is not very far away, the risk to reward is trash. Lee gave me a year's salary. I made a lot of money on Lee. This year has been one of my best years ever. This also is true on the 24 hours. So I'm not bird. I don't want. How do I word that? I'm almost like cursed to only trade the higher time frame because the higher time frame I know gives me higher rewards. What time frame do I execute them on? So Ben, this is actually why I think a lot of people are actually making huge gains in the Discord lately, is because they're following my strategy of basically taking your trades at the end of the day. So one of the hardest things for people to do is manage their trades or take a trade on a lower time frame, right? Shit, you can't even take Li Auto on a lower fucking time frame, right? It gaps up. It does a little bit of something, right? Gaps right back down the next fucking day. Gaps up the next day, builds a box. Gaps up the next day, comes back down, test cost basis. I mean, it's honestly an incredibly erratic stock. And so having to try and take this during the day is hard. And that's okay, right? We do not have to do hard things in order to make a lot of money. And that's one thing that people do on the 1 minute, on the 5 minute, on the 3 minute, is they're making shit so much harder for themselves. But I typically will wait till the end of the day to take my trade. If not, if let's say you took Li Auto and it wasn't a piece of crap and didn't just gap up, right? If it was opened, right? Price opened that day, opened at 430 above 21.64, then I'll take that trade, right? I'll take that trade during the day. So the end of the day, statistically, Ben, the majority, if not all of the movement not all, but the majority of the movement statistically happens overnight, right? Smart money buys at the end of the day, early market, whatever. So if we know that, we're going to see A lack of fear, because we do not have to deal with all of the price action that gets. So yeah, I'm trying to get the gap up, but I'm more or less trying to remove myself from the volatility that the morning brings. I think that trading in the morning is honestly like probably the reason that most people can't get a grasp on trading. I sell, and anybody in this Discord, send me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys have done this too, because I know you have. We buy cheap contracts the day before, maybe $5, $10 a piece. The next day, we're selling these contracts for $200, $300 to people who used to trade like I did or like anybody else did, where you are quite literally buying these $100, $200 contracts and they're just falling out from underneath you and they go back down to zero. So I'm, and you know, it's a lot to explain, but I'm able to avoid volatility, avoid those fake outs. And what I'm focused on is a 24-hour close. My streaming is cutting off. I'm not really sure why. I've been streaming for a while here, so it's probably just, it does that. Yeah, we should be good though. So, okay, so let's do it this way, right? You take a trade on Li Auto at the end of the day. Why? Because it has a green candle closing outside of its area of consolidation. The next day, this stock opens up at 23 and shoots straight to 24.77. This is a great opportunity for you. Rather than worrying about getting in the morning, you're taking fucking profit. And this is consistently what we've been able to do day after day after day. So it's but those contracts are up because it gaps up. Not necessarily, Ben. Typically, yes, we'd like to see a gap up, a gap and go, as we typically like to call it. But more or less, so let me give you an insight into a trade that we took a couple of days ago, or a couple of weeks ago, months maybe. I don't know. Shit blurs together. So again, right, and I'll go ahead and just remove this. All right, so this is the setup that I took on MU, and I'm going to tell you guys this. I don't give a shit about half of the stocks that I see because I don't want, it is so stress-free for me to see this, and see that, and make up a trade that I can hit hard without fucking fear. But with this, right, I'll give them an example on Mara. So we have a box, right? We can move into the 4-hour. Take a look. So inside of this box, right? Why do I only see people talk about technicals and not fundamentals and sentiment? I love that you asked that question because it doesn't fucking matter. Oh, hat, yes. Right hat. Thank you. Sweet. Because they don't matter. Think about this, man, and I'm not hating on you or anybody else. You can take, like, let's say you spend 2 days breaking down MU and why you Google, stop it. Shut up, Google. Hey, Google. You can sit there, right, and break down a stock, MU, and you could come up with a great idea as to why this is a good stock. But you could have 5 different fucking Bank of America analysts tell you that you're wrong. And everybody interprets fundamentals and growth and sentiment different, right? Now, well, let me subtract sentiment from that statement because, yeah, having a good sentiment is great. I love it. If I know that NVIDIA has good sentiment, then I can trade MU, I can trade AMD, I can trade a lot of these other stocks. But I'm not worried about spinning or expelling my, dude, yeah, sometimes I feel like my head's going to explode because it's like the market is mechanical, right? I have been convinced by the market itself that the individuals who manage money on a massive scale are not going to allow themselves and their friends to take huge losses. They have a system where they control price, and they've been using this system forever. And I feel like there is I feel like I'm different. I feel like I've discovered something and it's not that hard, right? For example, let me explain. This is typically blows a lot of people's minds, right? If you go to Mara, one of the things that I see the market differently than most people do. And I'll show you, right? So go to the 24-hour, because again, we do not use ever the daily. The daily is a fucking cardinal sin for me. We're not using it. All right. So let's zoom in right here. I think one of the biggest secrets in the stock market is the daily time frame. Everybody uses the daily time frame, but nobody can tell me why. Why do we? The market is open at 4:30. The market closes at 8 o'clock. Why are we cutting out half of that when we know that price action, or excuse me, that big money comes in after hours? When do you see these block orders come in? After hours, pre-market. They're setting up the structure for the day. Take a look at this 24-hour time frame on Mara. Do you see how structured it is? I can place a line here at the bottom and I get a wick, candle close, body, wick, right? Things are pretty structured. I add a line to the top and the same thing is true, right? Box. Let's take that away, right? And I'll go ahead and just get rid of this and draw a box. So everybody sees this, right? Thumbs up in the chat. You guys see this? Perfect. Move it back down. We're going to take away and only leave regular trading hours. It literally doesn't even look the fucking same. Do you see this, guys? Look at the difference. There's something to be said about how they set the market up. Dude, I look at the daily and I couldn't fucking tell you. I can't tell you half of the shit that I would be able to tell you unless I do this. It goes from being hard to elementary. Now, while we're here, if you're new, this is the picture perfect example of my strategy. It highlights everything I look for inside of a trade. It is one of the most perfect trades ever. And I'll explain, yes, where I would take this. So the Potter Box strategy, or the PBS strategy, basically says that inside of an area of consolidation on any time frame, anywhere, any market, that the majority of the volume is concentrated at the 50% mark, right? Meaning that if a candle closes past that, specifically after, losing, right? We lose our floor. We actually end up going to another box and tapping off of what? The 50% mark. The more you see this, the more you're going to see it everywhere. It's literally going to be everywhere. So it bounces off of cost basis and goes and recovers the floor that it lost. This is signal one. Is it confirmed that you're going into new highs? Not yet. But once we break that 50% mark, you are guaranteed a new high. With my strategy, that tells me take it all the way. Now, I had people who trade the fucking what is it called? ICT and SMC. I had a bunch of people saying like, okay, you know, that's a fair value. I think they said 2070 or 2080 was a fair value gap. For me, that's just an imbalance. 50% in between the empty space here. I don't give a shit about whatever the hell they think. I take my trades from point A, the top of my structure, to point B, the bottom of my structure, right? So we're looking, we are specifically looking to take all of that empty space and fill it up. So, that is the long and short of my entire strategy. Now, the question is, where would I take this? Right? Where would I take this? I would take this We're way too far away. It's funny. You can still see it. Price action pay is like still adhering to that same mark. Typically, if in during the day, right? There's multiple ways to take this, but during the day, right? If it breaks over cost basis and I can find a lower time frame setup, I'll take it there. But my goal is to typically have my entry be on my entry right here wants to be on top of these red candles because it is a mechanical structure, meaning that if you break out, tap this wick over here and come back down, you'll bounce before you just flush, which gives me a chance to analyze. Are we going to break down further, or are we going to be continuing to the upside? But all in all, even if it doesn't have a punchback, y'all, I can explain and show you the same phenomena. And once people see this shit, it blows their fucking mind. They never go back. You'll never go back. You won't go back to scalping and all that other shit because you'll know that the majority of the cash is right here. Do you guys see this? Now you're also going to learn about 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is just something I stole from wave theory. Seeing as wave theory is kind of an incomplete theory, but actually this is another really good fucking example. So everybody see this 24-hour box, and what is it above us? Empty space, right? That all of that empty space gets filled up. Now, typically in a big lot like this, a huge amount of empty space, we're going to trim and get a lot of our profits out at the 50% mark where it's going to be paid for. This was 1,000% plus trade. But we go to the lower time frame, go to the 4-hour, and my God, is this not one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see? Again, a box, right? Beautiful area of consolidation. We can see that you've been refusing to even capture that floor. Punch through the box, empty space, and then we go and we hit that 50% mark. Y'all don't need to buy shit from me. Y'all could take what I just taught you there and build off of it. Now, if you are brand new and you want all of the nitty gritty, of course, I've got the workshop. It's there. I've got a YouTube channel. You can go and look at it there. But if you would stop, if people would stop trading anything else, if it doesn't look like this, right? If you look down my watch list that I just built, right? You're going to see the same shit. Look at this. Now look at the watch list I just put. AAP. What do you see? Do we all see it? I get amped up when I start teaching this shit, bro. I got goosebumps right now. I got goosebumps right now because this is I love this. This is what I feel like it means to be a fucking teacher, dude. It's like, you know what the fuck you're talking about. This shit is repeatable and it doesn't change. I'm not telling, oh, I use this indicator. Do you guys see it again? Piece, box, empty space. Do you see it? Snow, kind of trash, but box, empty space. Let's go again. PLL. That's not a word. There we go. PLL. Empty space way over here waiting for the punchback. This is a weekly setup. Doesn't change, guys. Schwab. You see it? That's it. That's it. I don't need to overcomplicate it. I don't need to wait for, I don't, no news, no indicators, no volume, no nothing. The market is a mechanical fucking machine. I follow the fucking machine mechanic guide, and I just fix. I just take the fucking money. When we take our trades, and I have to wait. It's not like this shit that you see online where you see everybody's trading every day, and at the morning, right? You show up and you're all gassed up and you've had 9 cups of coffee and you try to take a quick fact trade. Like, come on, bruh. You're doing that. That shit is only popular because people who sell courses and have, I could do that right now. I could do that right now. I could stop doing all this, stop teaching people. My signals are fire, right? But I could scalp for 3 minutes in the day with $20,000 of cash, make $5 grand, show everybody one time, and sell a fuck tons of courses. And you are absolutely right. It is all rooted in a human's innate, it's not your fault. We all typically have delayed gratification issues. But this is highlighting that, right? You have to wait, but if you wait, And if you're patient and if you know what you're looking at and you're confident in your setup, you can make money with 2 to 3 trades a week and make more than these scalpers. Dude, these people are losing every week. They're losing or $500, $1,000 on a funded account. There's no fucking rules here. I take my trade, or there's no fucking rules on my account. I take my trade at the end of the day. I wake up, and 9 times out of 10, the move's halfway done. Li Auto was ridiculous. I think we paid like $5, $3 for contracts. I sold some of those contracts for hundreds. Hundreds. And this is why, like, when people say, like, "Duh, you're a hater, bro." No, when you know something to be untrue, I mean, maybe it's just me, but like, I wouldn't walk past somebody getting robbed. It's the same thing. So, you almost slipped. What do you mean? No shares, real talk. Are you asking for Zim? I'm not going to look at anything outside of the stock market. But anyway, that's it, guys. I mean, I know you can complicate a lot of things, but this is all I look for. How long? How do you know how long to go to buy? So I mean, first of all, typically, if you are inside or opening outside of the box and you have empty space, that is where I will take a shorter expiration contract, because this is something I can show you consistently that most, if not all, of the stocks that we trade, if it has the phenomenon that I'm showing you, empty space, you'll notice that it happens really fast. 3 days, and you're already at close to that 50% mark. So in empty space, shorter expirations. If I know, right? So let's say that I wanted to take Nike. Now I wouldn't, but I wanted Nike because it has empty space all the way the fuck up here. And I know that there is going to be a series of punchbacks, right? Punchback 1 here, leading up to 103, punchback there, that would lead us out. So at that point, I would have to add time, and typically that's done. I mean, I can look at a setup and say, like, if I looked at Nike and said, you want to take all the way to 121, you're going to have to be out until next year. Thank you for the money, gun. I appreciate you. But that's, and do you have any videos on? I have an entire workshop, 3 workshops. Hell yeah, Ed, I remember you, brother. But I have 3 workshops that are all included in one, with 3 separate classes, all done live. So I'm answering questions live. And that is for anybody trying to get started with this from top to bottom, because obviously that's not what my YouTube does. But if you already have knowledge of candles, you've already been familiar with the market, go to my YouTube channel. And on my YouTube channel, you will find pretty much everything you need. I mean, as far as what I look for, and again, just to show you guys, you know, this isn't like something where this is not, these people do not pay me any money. And this is, let's see, what did he hit? That's 19. They may have gotten the workshop, like I said, but since finding the Plotterbox workshop, this is consistent. And again, gains are never 100% is boring. We don't even care about 100%. Honestly, I don't even half the time trim. Sometimes I trim, but like the consistency behind like the high percentage trades is yeah, 250, 300%. We're starting to take profit. Look at that, fucking 1,000%. Look at the Alta call, 13,400%. And look, I'll scroll hard. Look, I'll scroll. I'll scroll all the fucking way up to the top. Right? Look at the percentages. Still doesn't change. 12,000%. Look at this shit. 1,000% right there. 588%. 475%. This shit doesn't end. I'm trying to find somewhere where I don't have them. Look at that. 693%. So, anyway, How do you change yours to the 24-hour and not the daily? So I'll show you that right now. If you guys are new, tap in. All right. Tap your screen too. If you guys are on here, that's all I ask. Tap your damn screen. All right. Yeah. Are all swing moves? I would say a good 60% of what we do. But think about how much less stress you're gonna have. You're gonna be able to go buy your shit, go live your life, wake up in the morning, and it either worked, and you set up your plan, and you let it go. Tap that screen, guys. Appreciate you. So, all right, 24-hour time frame. You ready? You're going to go to this little arrow time interval, right? You're going to go there. It's going to say at the top, add custom interval. And then you go minutes, hours, days, months, rank, whatever. And you add the interval you're looking for. Fair value, Gary. I'm way more stressed on swing trades. Honestly, dude, it's if you know what my system is top to bottom, then I feel like you wouldn't feel so scared. But I take hedges. So like if I decide if I'm all green to the upside, then I will have spy puts cheap. Yeah, you do have to turn extended hours on. But again, my workshop on my website has everything you need to set up all in there. So hold on one second. Thought I got banned, didn't you? Can't ban me. How do you determine contract sale price? I have trouble figuring out sell price versus UO, so I miss. Okay. So if you can, this is actually a little trick of mine. I will go to the actual option chart, so that the chart's option, and you'll actually be able to look at the chart and look at the option, and you'll see exactly where that price is at. Otherwise, I mean, I sell market or whatever when my price target gets hit. So I don't have to worry about that typically. Question about the 24-hour candle. Do you buy if it closes close to cost basis? Yeah, I mean, obviously this is something that where time and in this strategy will help you determine that kind of stuff. But yes, closing up against cost basis or close to it is something that will definitely edge me into a trade. Pause. All right. Yep. Yeah, no stop loss Steve up there. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's a millionaire with this strategy by now. So, all right, go ahead. One last drop for request. If you guys have any last requests, let's go ahead and do those now. I'm not super thrilled with there's not a lot of top stocks with great setups at the moment. There's some pretty solid setups, but I'm not seeing them from the ones that we make money from consistently. So it's going to be kind of off kilter. But can I show where I would take Nike on the setup that I was showing you down there? So at the end of the day, on the 24-hour time frame, we actually ended up taking that right here. So there's kind of a something else you'll learn, and it's price behavior, right? As you approach red candle closes, your typical, or if not always, response is to go red, which means you're going to fall pretty hard. And you see that consistently here twice. Same thing with the bottom. You bounce really hard. So in this case, right, if you study the price action, price moves down off that second wave, 1, 2, 3. It dips, right? This is where this candle was all red. You would have thought it was going to go south. and then it pulled itself back up and recovered its floor. This is sign 1. Sign 2, look at the candles in here. Look, sellers drive it down, sellers drive it down. That creates tension. Sellers are trying to drive price back down. Next day, squeeze. No candle turns red. So I take that trade at that close. Beautiful. End of the day, guys. End of the day. How many setup do I watch daily? I mean, probably 6 to 7, but I don't trade them all. Domino's Pizza is definitely something that is worth watching. I've already talked about this one last week. It is on. We'll rewrite it on the watch list. There you go. So we'll rewrite. I put it back on the watch list. Essentially, what we're looking for here is actually going to be triggered by a lower time frame setup. So go to the 4-hour, box it out. I'm looking for a punch over 440, 450, empty space. So, yeah, I don't know who that is. Peter, who uses BX Trender. Yeah, I have no idea, dude. I just use raw chart, all chart, no help, no nothing. What do I think of ELF? How many trades do you usually take in a week? I would say, Crystal, probably maybe about, I mean, depends on the week, but I would say on a good week with lots of empty space, probably about 8, if that. I mean, if you're looking at like individual stocks, probably about 3, but trades on them, you know, it's kind of hard to average. You know. There's some weeks I take a trade, 2 trades, and I'm fucking done. I'm done because I've made enough money that I don't need to sit there anymore. So, what time frame do you take an entry point? 24-hour, or if it's intraday, then I'm looking at the hourly and the 15-minute. So, I do take intraday trades, but it's just got to be good. So, all right, guys, it is 2:25. I've been on here, I think, since 11 o'clock. Let me see. Peter DiCarlo. I'll look him up. I mean, I'm not going to talk to him, but I don't really. There's only a couple people. Peter DiCarlo. Not the same. Not the same, but I see what he's. Yeah, see, I don't do that. That's hot dog doo-doo water for me. I never do this. The wedges and stuff like that, never. I see where you can pull some similarities from there. It looks like he's using supply and demand and a version of empty space. So yeah, I mean, I can see. I would just define this as structure, empty space, and I wouldn't even need all that. It's just a box down there and then a box up here. But I see what you're saying. Do you share your entries and exit in your Discord? So this is one of my last announcements here. If you are thinking that this is going to be, and I'm not saying that you do, I'm just for everybody. If you are thinking that this is a Signal chat, no. Now, I do trade live. I trade live almost every day. But that does not mean that what I take is going to be okay for you. Sometimes I take things that are a little expensive and hard to compound in for small accounts. The goal, my goal, and what I've actually been able to accomplish is building independent traders. That is my main goal. So if you're crying because you missed a signal, or rather missed a trade that we all took, you know, again, that's honestly just another lesson that I try to help people get through, is like, you're going to miss some trades that other people get. You got to be focused on yourself. But more or less, you know, I do not do the signal thing typically ever. There are rare occasions that I'll post a chart, but I feel like, and I feel like most people in the Discord feel this way, with the amount of analysis that I give and how I talk about things, the signal's there. If you understand my strategy, you'll see it. So, all right, folks. Listen. Most Apple all on YouTube. So I'm actually going to go ahead and stop this recording. Thank you guys on YouTube for watching. Obviously, if you guys have any questions, DM me in the Discord, or if you're looking to join, same thing. See ya.